Hey everybody.
Hey.
Chris is here to talk to you today.
Yeah, Cassie woke up from a nap.
No, it's called going to bed.
It's past her bedtime.
Yeah.
So thank you,
So
Cassie.
I'm really tired and I don't really feel like talking, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Walks in, don't even start. The title of this is The Respect You Deserve.
Question mark? The respect you deserve?
I'm probably just going to sleep while Chris is talking.
And popularity, hilarity. Before we begin, I would like to share a thought that I had today. And the thought was, I was thinking...
This is driving me crazy. Please take him. What was your thought today?
I was thinking how truly fascinating every individual being on this planet really is, and how most people are afraid to find out how fascinating they really could be. And I think everyone has the potential, except they're going about it the wrong way, and that ties into kind of what we're going to talk about. Okay?
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm trying. I just am really tired. And so, yeah.
Yeah, and Arcade Fire. The song.
What, Chris? Come on.
This song.
What about the song?
This song, okay, take two.
No, Chris is talking about Arcade Fire. I don't know if you've heard it. There's a song on the radio. We hear it all the time. The line is, "God, please make me famous," or just make it painless. Something like that. That's close to the lyrics.
Yeah. Please make me famous, or
so
just make it
the need
painless.
to be famous, and I think social media only. I mean, that's...
Well, no,
what I
social
feel
media
like
used properly reaches thousands
Of
and
course.
thousands of people.
But people obsess externally over the likes and the views and the, you know.
Yeah, my observation here lately, and it's all my observation, is start observing. This is more of a documentary. I wanted to start observing how many popularity contests that you have entered that you have no idea that you have entered. And I think that's a real cool observation to start, observing the material world.
Well, the whole material world in itself is a popularity contest.
Yeah, and if you look at it from that perspective, it kind of becomes funny.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes away the seriousness. And I know there's a lot of tragedy going on in the world right now, but it's self-induced. It's a lot of self-induced tragedies that are occurring and that will continue to occur. And it's all due to popularity contests. It's like high school has taken over the world.
Well, you see it at work and offices.
Fitness is a big popularity contest.
Yeah.
And, that's what we're involved in. And we always say that 20% of the world already belongs to a gym, and 80% of the world won't go to a gym because of those 20%. That's kind of what I'm referring to, of which those 20%, you have to love them and allow them to go do that, Some people like that sort of fitness, and if that's what they're doing, then cool. But it's just this big life is a if you step back and really observe it, it's a huge popularity contest, and at all cost.
Well, it's just kind of goes back to that simple thought of, or the simple thing that people really don't like to be alone because they're afraid of themselves. But in order to just let everything go and really figure out why you're here, I found like you have to be alone. You have to have solitary time, and I don't know. You can't. What's popularity if there's only one? If you're by yourself, there is no.
Yeah, the thing.
I'm still sleepy.
What it all boils down to is like everything we always talk about. We're always talking about understandings, and once you have an understanding, that specific thing that you're trying to understand goes away. And observing the world as a huge popularity contest, just broken down into many.
That's competition. Popularity contest is competition.
And healthy competition, I always say, is fantastic. But when it gets out of hand and people start... You know what I've observed also these days? Attorneys have attorneys. Have attorneys, have attorneys, have attorneys.
They do?
Yeah. Right now, lawyers are lawyering up everywhere.
That's hilarious.
And it's all due to this fucking popularity contest. And it's become quite sickening. I feel for everything that's happening. And unfortunately, it's happening over the airwaves. So the entire world is seeing it. But I'm also grateful for it. I'm also grateful that this popularity, it's kind of become a disease. Mm-hmm. It's a disease that's kind of imploding on itself, and more people, including the people at the top echelons of these popularity contests. And what makes you popular? Money, at any cost.
Sex tapes. It's true. Look at the most famous people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just doing something.
It's just become this.
It's true though. Like that's what America is. I'm sorry. Like that's why I said what I said.
Yeah.
I mean, that's truly. It's bizarre. I always say how bizarre it is. It's just when you really stop and think about it.
Disturbingly funny.
Disturbingly, yeah.
Yeah.
Strangely funny, disturbingly beautiful, or something like that. Yeah. We've said it before. It's...
And it all goes into, seeking externally to gain popularity.
Yeah, why else would you... I'm just trying to think from personal experience in myself. Why would you seek... I'm just trying to think of an example of...
Seek externally...
I'm blanking here.
To... it just goes into the competition of houses...
kids.
The children competition is insane. You hear a lot about parents who push that hardcore competition. I don't know, man. It's a trip. The popularity, and it's a simple fix. You step back and start observing yourself, and start observing.
Like, what's the point?
It's like someone adding you.
Nothing.
It's someone adding you to a group that you didn't want to be involved with. You see people say that. Don't stop adding me to groups. Well, that's what's happening in real life. People are getting added to groups.
And then I think maybe the sense of obligation comes in when you're added to a group, like that you have to go do things.
You have to participate. Or you're
have certain views
looked upon as not part of the group, therefore.
And it's this whole complex of, like to be accepted and not be accepted, but that all comes within. If you don't accept yourself for who you are, like stop seeking externally for that confirmation that you're worthy, that you're.
And it's the. I'm going to ask a question to everybody, and then I'm going to ask it to you as well. Do you feel that you deserve respect? Do you, and that's a really, I had that question today. Do you deserve respect? Or should respect be earned?
Are you talking about cosmically earned or earned by other individuals? Because if you're trying to earn respect from other individuals,
No, not trying.
You're seeking
externally, right? So, do you deserve respect? If that's a question that...
Well, what is respect?
I don't know. It's the general definition of respect.
Which is what?
Which is, I don't know. Look, you have your phone?
No.
I'm
curious.
It would be interesting to actually look up what it means. Probably like look up to, type thing.
My phone's right there. We should know that.
But
watch out, puppy dog.
Or does respect have to be earned? And the other understanding that I see through this is that respect.
Well,
seeking outwardly, you don't have... I've noticed that zero self-respect goes along with seeking outwardly for respect. If you're seeking outwardly, you have no self-respect. If you have self-respect, you don't seek outwardly for respect.
Respect is a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. It's also a particular aspect, point, or detail. It's something different. Yeah, so admiring deeply as a result of their abilities.
That's... I don't know, man. It's a trip. But so many people...
I just was hoping the definition would lead off to another trail, but it's pretty much what we thought.
Yeah, so many people... I started this off with... Every individual on this earth is uniquely fascinating, like to the point to where if they were to discover their fullest potential, there would be 7 billion fascinating fuckers running around this planet. And but it's that fear.
It's that
that fear through indoctrination. Seek outwardly. Don't go in. Seek outward for respect. Go get a good job. Get a big house. Big car. And be better than your neighbor.
Yeah.
But covet what your neighbor has. And that's the American way, man. It's just something that I've been wanting to talk about for a long time, and circumstances have come to...
I think that true self-respect, like where it starts is what you were saying, really is you have to suffer and go through things to earn your own respect. You have to know that you're working to be the best you, and I know that sounds kind of like the best you can be, but it is. I mean,
be the best.
There's a sense of respect. You feel a mutual respect for the cosmos in a way, like because
everything else in creation be's the best it can be.
Exactly. Yeah. Like think of plants just going through the elements.
I'm glad plants are the best that they can be.
Yeah.
Because without them, there's no us. I'm glad,
Bees
I'm glad all of creation is really, really trying to be the best. Because, nature isn't selfish. If nature was selfish, we'd all be fucked.
Yeah.
And, this indoctrination, everybody goes through it. It's just a part of the American way, and it's become a part of the world way. And the more that we start to stand back and observe the arrogance, the narcissism, all the characteristics that go along with being popular.
Loving yourself is a very powerful thing. I think I feel it's different than narcissism.
Yeah, no.
It's a little bit. There's healthy narcissism. I think.
Yeah, I'm a part-time narcissist.
We love to take photos.
I stole that from somebody.
We love to.
So if you're watching, I give you credit. But yeah, I'm a part-time narcissist. We all are. Some people are just full-time narcissists.
Yeah.
And,
it's all about balance.
Yeah. If you are you have to promote thyself, especially if you're going to take on the world, And going with social media, that's a good platform. It's free.
I think self-respect also, do you have enough respect for yourself to not put yourself around negative energies, I think it has a lot respect for yourself to not attached to not only the external, but, you know, making the right choices. You know what I'm saying?
And some people are,
Kinda.
people are participating in these
Excuse me.
popularity contests knowingly, you know, supporting them and keeping them alive. And of which it's cool if that's your thing, and fucking rock on, man. But if you kind of step back and observe it, it's like, whoa, okay.
Why am I think it goes back to almost what we talked about in the first episodes. It's like, do you step back? It's all about observing yourself. And why am I doing the things I do every day? What is driving me? What is, you know? It's questioning your everyday activities, everything you're doing. Who's it for? Why are you doing it? You know, just that simple, I think.
Yeah.
Really opens your eyes to, I'm trying to please other people through obligation because I'm in this group and I want to be the most liked, and so I'm obligated to do these things with people.
I had a really cool conversation with someone, and it was about that, and it was like, you know, one person is concerned about what the other person thinks about them, yet that other person is concerned about what the other person thinks about them, and neither one of them give a shit about the other person.
I had that thought today.
I grasped that for a second, and yet it exists in reality because people aren't aware of that.
I was observing that today. You can feel...
Neither one of them give a shit about one another. They only care about what the other one thinks about them.
But you can feel... I could feel that energy today, actually, when I was observing people.
Yeah.
And I could feel that I had that exact thought about them. You could just feel that they're so concerned with what everyone else is thinking, but everyone else is thinking the same thing.
Yeah, it's
just
funny,
like,
man.
Excuse me. But yeah, I don't know. It's a funny place we live.
It's a fascinating place. I just, you know, the more I get to talk about these things out loud and live and make mistakes and fumble on my words, it just becomes more clear.
I agree with what Jason just said. Everything's an opportunity for growth. And that's why I think, like you said, that you're thankful, you're grateful for everything.
Yeah.
Because it's all, an opportunity for growth. It's an opportunity to see a mirror many times. See a mirror in yourself. What you're seeing out there is a reflection of you and what you're putting out there in the universe. So seeing what your real power is. It's everything's such
Jason
an opportunity
Keel.
for that. Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah, he's
cool.
He's awesome.
I mean, because it would, like I always say, it would be a what the fuck existence if there wasn't both, and therefore we wouldn't
balance,
learn
that
anything.
pain and that joy. It's like you got to have it all. That's life.
I posted a thing tonight. It was I was channeling Kurt Cobain, I think, but it was like he says, "Thank you for the tragedy, because it helps my art." Man, and it's like, if you really grasp onto what he was saying, and you start looking at, you know, artists across the time, whatever medium they were in, they redefined suffering and gave us back the most beautiful art ever. They took that pain and they took that tragedy and pushed out something beautiful. And to all of them, without you, it wouldn't have been. None of this would be possible. You know, those are the people that we've studied and read and.
Well, that's pretty beautiful. I mean, if you really think about it,
it almost made me cry.
I know it's powerful. That's why art is so beautiful and self-expression of the times of what people are going through. And life is suffering, and that's how a lot of it comes about.
The best history in the world is art that has come from within somebody. If you really want to know the sign of the times, listen to the artists of the times.
Yeah, the musicians, the art that
poets,
was being done, the activists, everything.
The activists, the people that...
Everyone doing their art, which is,
spoken word, music, music without words, You hear
I've been real into that lately.
Yeah, I was listening to opera with Laz the other day, just bawling, holding him, It's like... You hear some of those people just sing, and it's like, fuck. But, anyways. Yeah. I'm done. I just kind of wanted to get it out there, and...
we talked about some good things.
Yeah.
again, it all comes back to self-observation.
Yep.
It's just something that
Observing the hilarity of the popularity contest that you may or may not know that you've been entered
yeah, because
into.
what's that all for? You know, it's to be the best, to be the most well known.
You can learn a lot by observing, and I'm just saying it's cool if you kind of step back and go, whoa, okay, and then you start to learn a lot about yourself, and then you learn a lot about self-respect and those other things that we talked about. Lazarus is awake, so I'm signing off.